In this video, I'm going to be riding across every single bridge on the Brisbane River. Well, all the bridges that you can actually ride over with your bike. So I'm going to start all the way down at Moggill Ferry. That's not a bridge, but that is a crossing nonetheless. Hey, I'll get ferried over, that's pretty cool. And I'll finish all the way here at the Gateway Bridge. I'm on the apex right now. I'm on the downhill run, and it's going to be a little ripper. So stick around, you may find this interesting. Every single bridge that you can ride over along the dirty brown Brisbane River. Let's get into it. Red Bank. I'm riding my bike right now on the Ipswich Motorway Cycleway. This particular video, a little bit different. I want to show the 10, and I think it's 10 different bridges or ways you can cross over the Brisbane River. We're going to start at something that's not a bridge, but you can cross the Brisbane River. That's at the Moggill Ferry. So I'm riding up here, coming up to Red Bank, and somewhere we're going to deviate across at Riverview and head over to the Moggill Ferry. I've never been across it yet, but that's going to be our very first crossing, and we're going to work our way all the way up to the Gateway. I want to show you in this video what each of the crossings of Brisbane River looks like, and I think that should be pretty interesting.
Okay, let's get an overall view of what I'm riding today. Here's Australia. Let's zoom on right on down to Brisbane. Now, the yellow marking here is the trail that I rode on this particular video. Right down here is the very luxurious and upper class area where I live, and that is Logan City. Now, I rode from Logan City, my home, and I went all the way up to my start point, which is all the way over here. I actually went through Chelmer, Sunnybank Hills, and then I went through a really dangerous stretch called Leroy Road. Now, I've just done a video on that recently, and pretty much thank you, Jesus, that I'm still alive after riding that stretch of road. Anyway, I made it all the way through Indooroopilly, and then came to the Ipswich Motorway Cycleway, which is great. And this brought me all the way to the very first part of Brisbane River, and it's not a bridge, but it's actually the Moggill Ferry. Check it out, peeps. There it is. Now, I thought it would be interesting just in this video, just to show what it's like to cross over Moggill Ferry. Now, if you just take a closer look here, this yellow line is what I rode, and it follows, well, it doesn't follow it exactly, but there's the beautiful brown Brisbane River, and it snakes its way all the way up to the CBD. There's a whole bunch of bridges here. Now, the purpose of this whole video is just to show you each and every one of these bridges and what it's like to ride my little bicycle over it. So I started at the Moggill Ferry, and then I worked my way up through Moggill, Bellbarry, Pinjarra Hills, and that's a long stretch. Trust me on that one. The very first bridge was over here, which is the Centenary Bridge. Now, I'll just give you an overall view here, what I rode. As we come up to each bridge in this video, I will show you a little bit more of a snippet from Google Earth Pro, which is what I'm using here up on the screen. And I'll show you all of the bridges. Now, in total, there are 13 bridges that I went over in this particular video. I worked my way all the way up to the very final granddaddy of them all, and that is, of course, the Gateway, the Sir Leo Hielscher bridges. There's two of them, and after coming down off the two big Gateway bridges, then I rode the Bulimba Creek Bikeway, which is a really nice bikeway, all the way until I hit 8 Mile Plains. That's the V1, and from the V1 I managed to make it all the way back home to home sweet home in beautiful upper class Logan City. This was a cool 142 kilometers of riding on my wee little mountain bike, and it was actually a great day out. Anyways, let's get into the video.
Okay, I'm just at Riverview, just going over an overpass which goes over the Ipswich motorway, as you can see. So the Moggill Ferry, from what I see up on my maps, is somewhere down there. I can see the Brisbane River. Let's get down this zigzag here. It zigzags here, right? Oh. It's a bit faster. Yeah. Forget the zigzags, brother. Man, that's way better. There we go. All right, which way? Let me just get my bearings. Road, I'm here. So I'm going to go down to a train station, and that should be Ferry Road, somewhere there. Lo and behold, here's Riverview train station. I can go over there. No, I'll go around. I'll go to Moggill Ferry Road. Decision's been made. Oh, okay, I can see the sign, Moggill Ferry. Here we go. Up this way. So train station's just back there. Heading towards the ferry signs. There we go. I've never been across the Moggill Ferry. I think if I read my information correctly, bikes are free to go across. We'll see. Geez, there's a queue up already. Yeah, good mate, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
There's a shelter there. So that's the Moggill Ferry, free for pedestrians and bicyclists. Crossing number 1, that's it. There's a really nice park over here, by the way. Looking out at the beautiful Brisbane River. So look, from here, we are next going to be going up to, there's a next bridge up. I don't know, I have to find my way up there. The next bridge is actually, I think it's the one at the Centenary cycleway as it goes over the Brisbane River. So that's just near Jindalee, or 17 Miles Rocks. All right, I've just come through Bellbarry, going over Pullen Creek, and making my way up to Kenmore Road. OMG, which way have I gone? I'm going up Pinjarra Road. Oh, wow. Oh, this is steep. Whew. Nah, can't do it. Whew. This is killer. Ooh, this side's much better to go down. Uh-oh. I can see another big hill coming up. All right, we've come to the suburb of Pullenvale. Sheesh. All right, check it out, peeps. Finally, this is Kenmore Road. That's the Centenary Highway, and just over there is the new bridge. There's an existing bridge, and then there's an upgrade bridge. That's over the Brisbane River. That's going to be our bridge we're going to cross over. And I'm actually going to fly down here because this is just a bullet zone, just flying down on the cycleway. Let's get down there. All right, here we go. I want to show you the fun way to do the Centenary Bridge. You start at the top of this hill, Kenmore Road, just up there, and we fly down here. Stay safe. But we're going to go across the bridge and then go back across this bridge, going back to the next bridge, which I think is at Indooroopilly or somewhere there. I got no idea.
The Centenary Bridge in Brisbane is a key route for both drivers and cyclists. It was built in 1964 and it helps manage the traffic on the Centenary motorway, which also supports the city's growth. The bridge isn't just for cars, it has a cycleway, making it easier and safer for cyclists to cross the Brisbane River. Plus, the views from the bridge are pretty nice too, giving you a scenic look at the river. Over the years, the bridge has been upgraded to handle more traffic and ensure safety. And right now, the bridge is getting a major expansion to improve capacity and safety. They're building a new 3-lane northbound bridge and upgrading the existing bridges to create 3 southbound lanes. This expansion will also enhance the facilities for pedestrians and cyclists, providing better connections to the Western Freeway Bikeway and local destinations. The new bridge should be done by late 2025, with the entire project finishing in 2027. I'll believe it when I see it.
Centenary Bridge. Quite a long bridge, very busy on the Centenary Highway. However, what's good here is you literally got, I think it's called Amazon Park. This parkland that's just over here, there's a skate bowl and a bit of a pump track. Yeah. There we go. Centenary Bridge. Let's find our way to the next one. Oh, I can see the bridge over at Indooroopilly. All right, let's get there. All right, check it out. Now, I think technically there are 2 ways to cross this bridge. One is the cycleway, and I think I'm going to go there first. And then there's this other bridge here that the cars are going across. And there's another train bridge here that they're actually currently re-spray painting. Yep. Cool. What a great cycleway here, right? This is at Indooroopilly. Okay, so we're about to go over this next bridge. There's 2 bridges here. This is a cycleway bridge, and I think it's actually called the Jack Pesch Bridge. And then we'll come over back on the other side. That is called the Water Taylor Bridge. And this is just called the Train Bridge. Let's do the first one.
The Jack Pesch Bridge in Brisbane is a great spot for cyclists. It opened up in 1998 and it's named after Jack Pesch, a cycling champ from the 1930s who later ran a bike shop in Petrie Terrace. Now, this bridge connects Chelmer and Indooroopilly and is part of the Brisbane River Loop cycleway, which is also a great cycleway. And it makes it super convenient for the cyclists to cross the Brisbane River here. It's part of the city's growing network of bikeways, providing a safe and scenic route for both pedestrians and cyclists. The bridge's design is pretty cool too, with its cable-stayed structure standing out as a landmark in the area, right beside the railway crossings and the Walter Taylor Bridge.
By the way, this is part of the river loop. I only did this for the first time, oh geez, last week or 2 weeks ago with a mate. And yeah, we came down to here. Fantastic. Really fantastic infrastructure. But the river loop, it's a cool, I think it was 40-kilometre ride. We started at Kangaroo Point, parked the car there, and came down on the other side of Brisbane, the northern side of Brisbane River, 20 kilometres to around this point, and then we looped it back on the west end side, 20 kilometres back to Kangaroo Point. Yeah, really, really good. Nice infrastructure. All right, that is the Jack Pesch Bridge. I want to get over on the other side. I have to work out how to do that. I'm not too sure yet. I don't know, maybe I go under here. I'll let you know when I'm there, folks.
Okay, here we go. The Walter Taylor Bridge in Brisbane is a bit of a mixed bag for cyclists, as in it's not really for cyclists. It opened up in 1936 and it's a heritage-listed suspension bridge that connects Indooroopilly and Chelmer. The bridge was named after, you guessed it, Walter Taylor, the guy who designed it and built it. Now, whilst it has a walkway, it's pretty narrow, you know, so it's not the most cyclist-friendly spot here. That's why you got the great Jack Pesch Bridge next to it for cyclists. Anyway, this bridge has towers which look like they have rooms in them, so that adds a unique touch, but beware, they're rumoured to be haunted, so don't even try to attempt to enter them.
All right, here we go. The Walter Taylor Bridge. How cool is this infrastructure? Look at these big, I don't know, piers. I remember seeing some video of some kid and he actually climbed to the top and he was going inside this. This is a building, by the way. I can see there's a pedestrian across the other side. I'll have to give way. This is narrow. This is more narrow than the Bribie Island Bridge. Jeez, this is thin. This should be interesting with old mate. How you going? Yeah, very, very narrow. Actually, I think the bridge to Bribie Island is more narrow than this. But at least it had sort of little inlets where you can go and give way to a pedestrian or a cyclist. So I had a look. This is actually more accurately called the Walter Taylor Bridge. Indooroopilly Chelmer Bridge. There's another sign just on the other side. Hang on, be patient. And yeah, over on the other side says the Walter Taylor Bridge. So there you go, crossing number 4. That's 4 crossings. What have we done so far? Moggill Ferry crossing, we did the Centenary Bridge crossing, the Jack Pesch Bridge crossing, and now the Walter Taylor Bridge crossing. So yeah, 4. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, our next bridge is going to be the Eleanor Schonell Bridge, which is located over at Dutton Park. So I'm just riding past the St. Lucia Golf Links golf course, and we shan't be too long now, folks. And here it is, the Eleanor Schonell Bridge. I'll try to find the entry or the on-ramp somewhere here.
The Eleanor Schonell Bridge, also known as the Green Bridge, is an awesome spot for cyclists to cross our beautiful Browntown River. This bridge was named after Dr. Eleanor Schonell, an educator and researcher known for her work with children with learning disabilities. It opened up in 2006 and links Dutton Park and the University of Queensland's St. Lucia campus. This bridge is also special because it's only for buses, cyclists and pedestrians. No cars allowed here, mate. It's a big part of the city's push for sustainable transport and cutting down on traffic. Oh, and here's a fun fact. The bridge is right next to Dutton Park Cemetery, and it's said that the spirits there have sometimes spooked unsuspecting cyclists so much that they have even taken a tumble and ended up in the sludge pit waters of the Brisbane River.
All right, here we go. This is the fifth crossing. The fourth bridge, the Eleanor Schonell Bridge. We're on the, I think it's the St. Lucia side. We're going to go across to the Dutton Park side. This is what it looks like. The cycleway goes along here. Really, really nice. So I think the way it works is this is the cycleway, and up on the other side is the pedestrian side, I think. Tell you what, starting to get cooked. I've already ridden 70 kilometers today, ridden from Logan City. It's taken me 3 hours and 50 minutes to ride from Logan all the way up to Moggill Ferry and then working my way down Brisbane River. Geez, 70 clicks already. My plan is to capture the rest of the bridges across the river, finishing at the gateway, and then the way I'm going to return is going up the Bulimba Creek bikeway. That'll bring me up to the V1, and then I can go back home at in Logan City. Yeah, I really don't know how many Ks I'll have. I reckon I'll have easily 110 kilometers, maybe 120. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to be working our way up to the next bridge, which I don't know what it is at the moment, but we'll go up via West End and work our way up that way. Dutton Park. All right, we've come up to the top of Highgate Hill. I'm going to hang a left here on Dornoch Terrace, and we'll start going down to West End and head up to the Brisbane bikeway. Whew. Man, there's some serious hills around here. Going down towards West End, this is a bit of fun. It's a downhill run. Whew. All right, here comes our next bridge, whatever it's called. We'll find out.
Well, the next bridge is actually called the Go-Between Bridge, and it's a very handy spot for cyclists. It opened up in 2010, and it connects South Brisbane and West End. The bridge was named after the ever-popular Brisbane rock band, the Go-Betweens. They were so popular that I've never even heard of them. And it's got dedicated cycleways, and it makes it easy and safe for cyclists to cross the beautiful Brisbane River. But be aware, this is a toll bridge, so motorists have to pay to use it. Luckily for cyclists, riding a bike across it is free. So whilst drivers are digging into their wallets, you can pedal away without spending a cent and laughing all the way to the bank.
Okay, this next bridge is called the Go-Between Bridge. I had to see a sign to remember. So this is a toll bridge, as in they charge you $3.95 per car. It goes between the northern side and the southern side of Brisbane River. The South Bank side and then the dirty side. Okay, just kidding. The side that's got all the beautiful bikeways. And this is what it looks like. Very, very popular bridge. but I'm the only one on it at the moment. Oh, check it out. The next bridge is a train bridge that goes to Roma Street and Central Park, or Central Station rather. Yeah. Working our way down Brizzy. Alright, good stuff, peeps. The next bridge is going to be the William Jolly Bridge, and I've actually got to get across to the other side of the road to get there. You can't just go up the Brisbane Bikeway or the Centenary Bikeway. I've got to find my way somewhere on this side, I think. Oh, here we go. All right, here we can see the William Jolly Bridge. Then you got the Kurilpa Bridge, Victoria Bridge, and all the other stacks of bridges. This is an old bridge, this one of the originals. Let's go across it.
Here's the William Jolly Bridge in Brisbane, and it's a pretty iconic bridge, especially for cyclists. Actually, that's not true. This isn't designed for cyclists in mind. This was opened up in 1932. This heritage listed arch bridge connects South Brisbane with the city centre. And guess who it was named after? You guessed it, Brisbane's first Lord Mayor, William Jolly. And it's got a bit of history to it. Now, whilst it wasn't really designed with cyclists in mind, it now has shared pathways for both pedestrians and cyclists. Now, the river views on this are great. Unfortunately, the view of the neighbouring monstrosity of a bridge, that's right, the Kurilpa Bridge, is not.
There's a sign here. It says it's also called the Grey Street Bridge, but it's pretty much commonly known as the William Jolly Bridge. Okay. So the cycling infrastructure across this bridge, yeah, nothing crash hot. Look, it's not very wide. We've got a pedestrian coming the other way here. There's enough room to go past, but it certainly isn't wide. So yeah, there you go. Next bridge is called the Kurilpa Bridge.
Yes, the Kurilpa Bridge in Brisbane. This opened up in 2009, and boy, it's an interesting landmark that connects South Brisbane and the city's CBD. It's named after the Aboriginal word for place of water rats, and let me tell you, that is the truth. I have seen so many water rats run along the edges of our river. It really isn't any secret what's causing our river to be brown. Anyways, this crazy bridge was designed as a pedestrian and cyclist bridge, boasting state-of-the-art sustainable features. I mean, of course it's sustainable. It's made of concrete and steel, buddy. Although it provides a safe and scenic route for cyclists crossing the waterway, let's just be honest here for a minute. The bridge's design is quite the architectural monstrosity. It looks like a messy game of pickup sticks gone horribly wrong. Nevertheless, despite its embarrassing appearance, it remains a popular and practical crossing for those on foot and bike.
All right, Kurilpa Bridge. Bridge number 7, I believe, if I've kept my count up. Bridge number 7, crossing number 8. Here we go. Very interesting bridge, this one. It first starts off with a circular wind as you climb up it. It's kind of usually nice coming down the other way, otherwise it's an uphill climb like now. You've got various emergency points here on each side. And we'll just stop at one of these lookout areas. So there's a lot of these at Kurilpa Bridge where you can just come out and just look at the traffic. All right, let's keep going on. The next bridge over there is Victoria Bridge. Then you got the new one, the Neville Bonner Bridge. That one is pedestrian only, no bikes. We might be able to walk our bike across at least. If we go straight ahead, that's Roma Street Parklands, but that's the Kurilpa Bridge. Pretty good. All right, we'll work our way up through the inner streets of Brisbane, finding Victoria Bridge. That's Queen Street Mall, the top of it. And we're coming down to Victoria Bridge just over here. I don't know if it's open or what. Cycleway's not open. Gonna go across on this side. Less people on this side, so
and folks, this is the Victoria Bridge in Brisbane that has quite a history. Originally built in 1865, it was the first permanent crossing at this location, connecting South Brisbane and the city centre. Named in honour of Queen Victoria, that initial bridge unfortunately didn't last long as it was destroyed by a flood in 1893. The second bridge, completed in 1897, stood strong until it was eventually replaced by the current structure, which opened up in 1969. So the bridge that you see today is the third permanent crossing at this spot. Today, the bridge is only used for buses, cyclists and pedestrians. For cyclists, the bridge is an important route, providing a convenient way to cross the Brisbane River. Right now, they're actually upgrading the City Link cycleway on the bridge, which will make it even better for cyclists.
all right, here we go. What are we up to? Bridge number 8, I believe. This is it. Victoria Bridge. They're actually building a City Link cycleway just over up on the right hand side. It's not done yet. Yeah, that's it. It's pretty cool. Okay, we will go down to the South Bank precinct under the bridge. I've never actually gone down this little ramp. All right, there we go. And there's the next bridge. That's the Brisbane's newest bridge, the Neville Bonner Bridge. It goes over to the Star Casino. And it begins over here where the big wheel is of Brisbane. This is a pedestrian only bridge. You cannot ride, you cannot scooter. And actually I won't bother walking it because what I want to do, I want to keep on riding down. Actually, screw it, I will walk it. So we'll go up the ramp, but here we will walk. Okay.
And here we are, the Neville Bonner Bridge in Brisbane. It's a pedestrian-only bridge that opened up to the public on August 28th, 2024. It's a really new bridge. It's named after, guess who? Neville Bonner, Australia's first Aboriginal Member of Parliament of Australia. And this bridge connects the Queen's Wharf precinct in the Brisbane CBD to the South Bank parklands. The bridge features a unique arch and single-mast cable-stayed design, with continuous shading and a large observation deck in the centre. Despite its impressive design, they reckon cyclists are not permitted to use the bridge, making it exclusively for pedestrians. However, I don't like playing by anybody's rules, and so I put that theory to the test and proved that cyclists can actually use this bridge. You just have to walk beside your bike, but I showed them.
My wife and I actually came across this bridge the other night. We had a little Valentine's getaway. We're walking all around Star Casino up on top there, straight in front of us. Going up to the sky deck. It's a really nice lookout for free. And yeah, coming to South Bank, walking across this way. Everyone taking their happy snaps. And this is Neville Bonner here. This would actually be a great ride down. Could you imagine no people, just whoosh? Would be great. Great, mate. Stairs. What an entrance up here, eh? Jeez. There we go. This was really quite cool coming here at night time. It's very lit up all around here. That's the Neville Bonner Bridge. Alright, let's go over to the Goodwill Bridge. Next one down at South Bank End, heading over towards Kangaroo Point. Now to get to our next bridge, we're going to go through QUT, just over this away. My old university, where I got a PhD in crayons. Alright, we are coming up to bridge number 10. Geez, Brisbane has a lot of bridges.
And here we are at the Goodwill Bridge over the Brisbane River, and this is a great spot for cyclists and pedestrians alike. It opened up in 2001 and connects South Bank with the city at Gardens Point. The bridge was named after the Goodwill Games, which were held in Brisbane that same year. It's designed exclusively for pedestrians and cyclists, so no cars allowed on this one, buddy. The bridge is super important for cyclists, providing a safe and scenic route across the river. Plus, it has some cool features like seating bays and even a coffee cart. Yeah, it's a popular spot for locals and visitors alike, making it a key part of Brisbane's cycling network.
And here we go, the Goodwill Bridge. I've shown this a lot on my videos, so it's nothing new. It leads on to the Brisbane Bicentennial Bikeway, and this goes from the university over to the South Bank side, very popular. And mind you, these aren't all the bridges. I'm not including the bridges that only cars can drive over. I'm just including bridges that are commuters' bridges. All right, just about over. From here we're going to be riding on across to Kangaroo Point, and the latest and the greatest bikeway is called the Kangaroo Point Green Bridge. And that's going to be our next bridge. That'll be bridge number 11. Oh, there we go. That's the Goodwill Bridge, peeps. Hope you loved it. Alright, and you're starting to see it in the distance there. Yeah, there it is. Brisbane's newest bridge. And I've only got 3 bridges left. We've got the Kangaroo Point Bridge, we've got the Story Bridge, and then we've got the granddaddy of them all, the double Gateway Bridge. So 3 bridges left, with the Gateway being the furthest one to ride to. But I look forward to it because that's the last one, the biggest one, and then I can start heading home. Cool, we've done 85 Ks already, 85 kilometers. And this is where the Kangaroo Point Bridge bikeway is.
The new Kangaroo Point Bridge, it's a fantastic addition for cyclists and pedestrians. It opened up in December 2024 and it connects Kangaroo Point with the Brisbane CBD, making it super convenient for those on foot or bike. The bridge was named after the Kangaroo Point area, which has a rich history dating back to Brisbane's early settlement days. It's designed with dedicated cycle and pedestrian pathways, making it safe and easy for cyclists to cross our beautiful brown river. The bridge also features some cool sustainable design elements like solar panels and shaded areas if you're into that kind of stuff. By the way, here's a fun fact. The bridge was first proposed way back in the 1860s, but it took over 160 years to finally become a reality. But now it's here and it's ready for you to tear it up on your sweet little pushy.
This is just premium in terms of cycling across a bridge for Brisbane. They did a really good job with this. I give them my tick of approval. So they've got all the left side here just focused for the riders and scooterers, and the right side for the pedestrians. Just coming down this way. That's what I wanted to do. That's fantastic, right? Yeah. And there you have it. That's the Kangaroo Point Bridge. All right, we are now at bridge number 12, people.
So this is our second last bridge, and it is the Story Bridge. It's pretty iconic, this one. It opened up in 1940 and it connects Fortitude Valley to Kangaroo Point. It's named after John Douglas Story. He was a prominent public servant, and the bridge is a key route for both vehicles and cyclists. It's the longest cantilever bridge in Australia and was built during the Great Depression as a public works project. For cyclists, it's an important crossing with dedicated paths that make it safe and convenient to get across the river. Fun fact, the bridge was designed by Dr. John Bradfield. You know, the same guy who designed the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Actually, I didn't know that, I just found that out now. Anyway, despite its age, the Story Bridge remains a vital part of Brisbane's infrastructure and a popular spot for both locals and tourists.
This is the world famous Story Bridge. I'm going from south to north. Second last bridge on our adventure today, peeps. I have to say, I wish this was a little bit wider for pedestrians and cyclists. Sometimes it just tapers in a little bit too much when there's a lot of people on here. My plan is to get across to the northern side, ride up the New Farm Boardwalk, which is over that way, all the way to the northern side of the Gateway Bridge, and then we will get on across to the southern side, the cool side. Can't believe it, second last bridge. What is this, the garbage guy? Huh. It's really unusual, like it's 2:20 p.m. now. There's no one walking across the Story Bridge. Crazy. You know, people actually, they walk up on top of the bridge here. You can go on like these high tour groups. So they kind of strap you and you walk all up and down the stairs. I don't know how much it costs. I've never done it yet personally, but that would be something cool to do. I think the idea is you go up one of these high points up here and they walk you all the way across the top. The alternative is you can pretty much stand in the middle of the Story Bridge and just lay down on the ground and start a protest. Those of you that aren't familiar, protesters have come up here and literally they lie across the bridge here and stop traffic from getting to work. They are the biggest pains in the neck. It's been a little while now, but yeah, it's happened quite a few times, these crazy Greenpeace or, you know, just Green Earth warriors or whatever they are, just causing the biggest chaos. And they themselves actually travel here in cars and they're complaining about the environment, yet they themselves use public transport and all the rest of it. All right, cool. Folks, that was the Story Bridge. What I need to do is get on over to that side. There's an underpass just over here. Let me show it to you. Oh, hello, underpass. So that's it, and we go there and underneath. If you didn't know, there is a lift over here you can use to sort of go down and go over up on the, you know, riverside cycleway there. And heck, I might actually use the lift. I really want to find a little shop where I can, I want to get some chocolate. I really feel like a hit. One cycler gets off, one gets on. Going down. 88 kilometres. I reckon probably at least 15 k's to get to the Story Bridge, and then a good 20 k's to get home, I reckon. I don't know, maybe more. And in case if you haven't seen it, this is the New Farm Riverwalk. Really fantastic cycleway here as well. This is a really, really nice bikeway to ride. All right, we're going to go over another bridge here. Technically, this isn't the Brisbane River, but it kind of is. Breakfast Creek, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I can't remember. I've done so many bikeways now, but I kind of forget. It all blends into one. Indooroopilly Creek flows into Brisbane Creek, and then it goes into Brisbane River. I'm not counting this as one of the bridges, but it nevertheless is a bridge so close to Brisbane River. And here it is. What's the name of this bridge anyway? Jelbuilder. I don't know. I don't even know if it has a name. There is another bridge there called the Breakfast Creek Bridge. So we're going on the commuter's side. This is just a brilliant infrastructure. Really, really good. Just check out how nice this is. But over in the distance, we can see the Gateway Bridge. That is the bridge of all bridges for Brisbane River. The big double-decker. I've still got a couple of kilometres to get there. And I've got a strong headwind coming against me right now. But anyway, we're powering on. I'm up to 95 kilometres, 95 k's on the old mountain bike. Yeah, doing well. my ice cream. I've got some lollies stashed in here for my ride home. I'm up to about 100 kilometers now, and so I need all the help I can get. Now, I'm on Kingsford Smith Drive. Very busy road. Time is 3:20 in the afternoon. But this is the way we got to go to get to the start of the Gateway Bridge, where the Moreton Bay Cycleway is. Okay, before I hit the gateway, I stocked up on some lifesavers. Blackcurrant pastils, and these are sherbet sticks. Give me a sugar hit. Oh yeah, so good. All right, we are just about there, peeps. Lucky last bridge. So this is the rundown from the Gateway Bridge, and the entry is just over here. The Gateway Bridge is also called the Sir Leo Hielscher Bridge. Here we go, part of the Great Moreton Bay Cycleway, and this is where we're going to be going. Here we go. Bridge number 13.
Here we go, guys, the final bridge, the Gateway Bridge over the Brisbane River. This is a really significant landmark. It opened up in 1986 and it was originally named the Gateway Bridge, but was renamed the Sir Leo Hielscher Bridges in 2010 after a prominent Queensland public servant. The bridge connects Eagle Farm and Murarrie, making it a crucial route for traffic. For cyclists, it's a great crossing with a dedicated 2.8 kilometre long, 4.5 metre wide pedestrian and cycle lane on the eastern bridge. This makes it safe and convenient for cyclists to get across the river. Interestingly, a second bridge was built parallel to the original one and opened up in 2010 to accommodate the increasing traffic. Now, this is a toll bridge for motorists, however, cyclists can ride across this one for free. However, your thighs will pay the price for it the next day. Trust me on that one.
It looks all nice here, doesn't it? This bridge is a killer. Absolute killer. You really can't see it yet. When we get around this bend, then you'll get an appreciation for the Gateway double-decker bridge. And there it is. That's about, I don't know, about half a kilometre from a guess. And we're talking, it's a 5% grade incline. 5.3. That guy's flying up, what the heck? I'll have whatever he's been having. The best thing about this bridge is going down from the top. Otherwise, everything else, oh, I hate it. Oh, it's a killer. Especially when you've done what I've done today. I started off on the very easy side of Brisbane River, the most narrow part, and we ended with the most difficult part, the widest part, Gateway Bridge. Geez, it feels like it's about a kilometre long, I reckon. Not 500 metres, up to the apex. At this point, it just seems never-ending, just endless. It's been a great adventure. I've wanted to do this for a while, right across all the bridges. And to be honest, I actually thought there was only 10 bridges across the Brisbane River that you could cross over on bike, when in fact this is bridge number 13, Although the Neville Bonner Bridge, you can't really ride over it, but you can walk your bike. So that's what we did. Geez, that guy had a smile on his face. Going down the bridge. Man, I'll be smiling too when I'm on the other side. I have got to get myself one of those road bikes. All right, we are coming up on the apex, yeah. I can see some guy up on his bike up at the top here. All right, here is the very apex. Okay. There it is. And here's the actual name of the bridge now, the Sir Leo Hielscher Bridge, or Bridges. Sir Leo actually designed these bridges, and therefore they've kind of called it after him in his honour. Alright, I'm going to get down. Alright, let's do it, peeps. Let's finish this off with a bang. Not sure what old mate was doing, but he was looking pretty excited to me. Here we go. Here we go. Hey now. Hey now. Geez, I'm all excited now. This is the downhill run. This has been quite the adventure for me, so yeah, I'm kind of going wacky doodle in the brain now. Yoo! Oh yeah. I tell you what, it has been a hard slog, but coming down the bridge here, yeah, absolutely worth it. Thank you very much, Sir Leo Hielscher. Thank you for your gift to Brisbane City. This is the best part of it. And in case if you didn't know, they've got an old memento of the toll booths that used to be here, right there. That's one of them. So before it was all automated, you used to have to put money and into like a little basket, or actually into the hand of the toll booth operator, also known as a tollie. So the tollies were there for years, and slowly they all lost their jobs because everything went automated. If you ever come down this way for a walk or ride over, actually stop there. There's a bit of a good read about what the tollies did. So that is it, peeps. That's the gateway just over there in the background. I'm officially knackered, but I do have about 25 or 30 kilometers back home from here. I'm going to be going all the way up the Bulimba Creek bikeway, and that'll bring me to the V1, and I can simply head on home. Thanks very much for watching the video, guys. I hope you found it interesting and informative. I certainly loved it and hated it at the same time. Catch you on the next one.